Hello bloomers, thank you all so much for tuning in. In today's video, I just want to share a little bit of my story with you, how feeling lost, feeling stuck changed my life. What if I told you that feeling lost is not entirely a bad thing? What if I told you that feeling lost does not always mean that you're not doing well in life? It does not always mean that you are ungrateful for what you have. What if I told you that feeling lost does not always mean that you have lost touch with the spiritual? You see, I felt lost, stuck, frustrated in a season you would consider that I was doing fairly well in life. I had completed my nursing degree, had a decent job, married to an amazing husband, and we were blessed with 3 kids. And yet I had seasons where I just felt lost and frustrated. And talking about gratitude till date, my husband and I still do sit down and just tell of the Lord's goodness in our lives. I know that yes, as humans, from time to time we do forget, we grumble, we complain. But in this particular season I'm talking about, I knew that ingratitude was not to blame. And I was also intentional with my personal walk with God. I served in my church and community as much as I could. So I began to ask myself, why then? Why was I feeling stuck, lost, and frustrated? Why would a child of God feel lost after being found? And the more I did nothing about this feeling, the more I saw it kind of transform me, not in a very good way. I just talked about intentionally walking with God, but then I saw that my spiritual life was beginning to go down. It was beginning to be affected. Ingratitude stepped in, a lot of grumbling and complaining and blaming, kind of crept in. And, I saw that I had to do something about it because initially I thought maybe if I achieve one more thing or I hit one more milestone, then, all of that would be over. But then I'll hit those milestones and there will be this momentary excitement, high or happiness. And in a while it's gone, and that feeling still kept lingering in there. So I knew that I needed to go deeper. I started to pray more, study the word more. I needed answers. I read more, just listen to a lot of teachers talk about what life's purpose was really all about. I saw I didn't have to shy away or be afraid of it anymore, because I think that's something that growing up, it used to be so scary, the way it was presented, life's purpose. So it was like this mystical thing and scary thing. But I saw that it was time for me to dig deeper. And with this digging deep, I came to the realization that this emptiness I felt within me was just an indication. It was like a notification bell, ding, 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 trying to indicate a number of things to me, which I'm going to share with you in today's video. I really want that, or wish that by the end of this video, if you who's watching me, if you're feeling stuck, lost, especially if you're feeling behind in life, that you will not walk around in shame. You will not walk around with your head bowed down. When your car turns on a notification on the dashboard, do you throw the car away? Are you ashamed of the car? Is the car broken? On the contrary, that shows it's a good car. The more advanced a car, the more notifications it's going to show you. You see, when I compare my present car with my older cars, I can see the difference. I have more notifications now. As I'm reversing, sometimes I'm not even that close to the car behind me. It's already telling me, hey, you're close. If I have cars driving too close to me, I have a notification, in case I'm changing lanes. But when I think of my older car, I had fewer notifications. In fact, the only time I would know that I have bumped into a car is or that I'm close to a car is when I've actually already bumped into that car. So imagine driving a car with no notification at all. It doesn't tell you when you're low on gas. It doesn't tell you when you need to put more air in the tire. It doesn't tell you when you need to service or work on the engine. Just imagine, it would just one day just leave you in the middle of nowhere. If at all, it would leave you alive. And it's funny that some of us have been there, living that way with no notifications. And some of us are even still living like that even now. There are people whose financial, spiritual, emotional, mental health is going down, and they have no clue. So feeling stuck is a notification to take action in the right direction. In fact, write that down in the comment section below. Write it in your journal. Put it somewhere on your wall. My feeling stuck means that I am alive and growing. It's growing things that get stuck and need more room. My feeling stuck is just my inner notification bells ringing, trying to get my attention. It means I'm going somewhere. But note here that a specific notification requires a specific action. Your dashboard cannot be showing low fuel and then you're running to go put in air in your tire. You know, about a couple of months ago, there was this sign that kept showing on my dashboard. I didn't understand what it was. It was like the sign of a little car, you know, going down a slope, and it bothered me. I was like, what is this? What could be going on? When I was on the highway, I see it. I'm like, oh my goodness, I hope I'm okay. You know, but then I got home and I asked my husband, I said, there's something here that bothers me. And he showed me a button right next to me. He said, is this button? Each time you accidentally push on it, that thing comes on, and that's why you keep seeing it on and off, because sometimes you will push on it and then it would go off. You see, but because I now understood what that notification was all about and how to handle it, that disturbance was no longer there. That's why feeling stuck and seeking clarity goes hand in hand. Everyone doesn't feel stuck for the same reason. Even you don't feel lost and stuck for the same reason in different seasons. So it's important to seek clarity for why you're feeling what you're feeling on the inside. In this particular season I'm referring to, one of the things that my notification was trying to indicate to me was that I had not fully maximized my God-given potential, that there was more within me to share with the world, be it at home, work, church, my community at large. You know, I needed clarity of purpose. I know a week doesn't go by without you hearing the word loss, stuck, and all of that. Is because as humans, we are seeking clarity of purpose. But you see, it's funny how we just go through life pursuing education, career, we buy houses, get married, have kids, buy cars, and it's not until much later in life, when we begin to struggle with these feelings of emptiness, that we now stop to ask the question, who am I? Why am I here? What should I be doing? And how should I go about it? If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. I just shared with you my own story. I had gone through all that, that journey, and I was asking these questions later. I know we all wish we had asked some of those questions a lot earlier, but the good news is that it's not late for you to find the answers to those questions and start to experience what it truly means to live a joyful and fulfilled life, beyond the momentary happiness that comes from external achievements. And for me, that kind of life is one that has understood the love and grace of God, a life lived in obedience to God while carrying out your divine assignment. With this awareness, I started on a growth journey to not only find out what was that more within me, but how to also birth it out into the world. And this journey gradually led me to my calling of coaching and teaching and guiding those who equally feel stuck and lost, but particularly those who feel behind in life, who are ready to get on that growth journey as well. And I know you're ready because you've got the notification of feeling stuck, of feeling lost. Now, the summary of this story may sound all sweet and smooth, but it hasn't been a day's journey. Even now, I still do feel stuck every now and then. But then I've come to realize that that inner notification indicates different things in different seasons. And I'm going to be sharing all of that with you, in this series, because this is a series, what I am calling, my clarity or growth journey. You see, those of you who have been following me here on YouTube or on, the other social media platforms, I want you to know that my story didn't start from here. Even this experience I'm sharing with you, which I shared a little bit of it in one of my old videos, it started, about some 8 years ago. And even then, my story did not begin 8 years ago. And I have been inspiring you here, motivating you, just helping you build hope. And now I think that by sharing with you what I have done, step by step, each step of the way. That is going to help provide a step-by-step guide for you as well on your own growth journey. Note that even though feeling stuck is not entirely a bad thing, staying stuck has its dangers, and I'll be sharing that with you in this series as well. So if you're new here and you're beginning to have those notification bells ring, you have that nudge in your heart that you are called to more, and you really want to step out in faith and be obedient, then please consider joining this beautiful family of bloomers, and let us continue on this growth journey together. As for you, my returning subscribers, I am here because you are there. Without you, I'll not be here teaching and guiding and sharing anyone here. Maybe somewhere else, but not here on this platform. So thank you all so much. And I thank God who found me worthy to place you in my path. So until we see in my next video, remember that feeling stuck is a notification. And when notifications come on, we ask questions. When they don't, we settle. When we ask the right questions, we gain clarity. And when we gain clarity, we take actions in the right direction.